Welcome to Old Luxury Brand. If you enjoyed this type of content, then subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on any of our latest and greatest uploads. In the world of fashion, few names carry the weight and timeless elegance of Coco Chanel. Gabrielle Bonheur Chanel, famously known as Coco Chanel, revolutionized the industry, redefining women's fashion and leaving an indelible mark on the world. Her story is one of resilience, creativity, and an unwavering determination to challenge societal norms. Here's the full story of Coco Chanel and the woman behind the brand. The rise of Chanel. In her early 20s, Coco Chanel began her career as a milliner, designing and selling hats in Paris. Her unique creations caught the attention of the fashion elite, and soon she opened her first boutique in 1910, specializing in hats and accessories. Chanel's daring designs, marked by simplicity and elegance, challenged the extravagant fashion trends of the time and gained widespread acclaim. The Chanel suit and the modern woman. Coco Chanel's impact on fashion extended beyond individual pieces. She redefined the concept of women's clothing, liberating them from corsets and designing comfortable yet stylish garments. Chanel introduced the iconic Chanel suit, a tailored two-piece ensemble consisting of a fitted jacket and a skirt, revolutionizing women's workwear. With its clean lines and timeless appeal, the Chanel suit became a symbol of empowerment and sophistication. Number 1. She never married. Although 𝐥𝐤𝐬 was the love of her life and she'd once harbored hopes of settling down with him, he ended up marrying a titled Englishwoman, Lady Diana Wyndham, in 1918. But marriage didn't stop Chanel and 𝐥𝐤𝐬 from carrying on their affair up until his untimely death in a car crash in 1919. He was, reputedly, on his way to an assignation with Chanel. Although she never fully recovered from 𝐥𝐤𝐬's death, Chanel had several famous paramours after his death, including Igor Stravinsky, the married Russian composer, and Hugh Grosvenor, the wealthy and several times married English Duke of Westminster. Grosvenor ended up proposing to Chanel, who opted to keep her independence, reportedly saying, quote, "There have been several Duchesses of Westminster, but there is only one Chanel." Number 2. She refused to dress the part. One of Chanel's famous quotes is, quote, "Fashion fades, only style remains the same." When Chanel was a young woman in her 20s, it was the late Victorian age in Europe, a time when stiff corsets, petticoats, and long hair worn in various updos were in fashion. Young coquettes, like Chanel, were expected to wear extravagant satin dresses, which were the norm for these women at the time. Not only did she not have the money to keep up with those fashions, but her life with Balsan, who bred horses on his vast estate, meant horseback riding. Not an easy feat wearing the fashion of the day. So, she borrowed from men's fashion to make the riding easier, and off the saddle, she wore neatly tailored, dark-colored dresses, much like funeral wear. Her simplicity set her apart from the other courtesans. One look that launched her dress business was a dress she'd made out of an old jersey she'd put on because she was chilly. Many women approached her as she wore that dress, asking where she'd gotten it. 𝐥𝐤𝐬, sensing a business opportunity, financed her first dress business, which she opened in Deauville, France in 1913, selling sportswear for women fashioned out of jersey and making comfort and simplicity a premium for women. Quote, "My fortune is built on that old jersey that I'd put on because it was cold in Deauville," she once said. Number 3. She created an empire. The Chanel empire started with a hat shop in Paris she'd set up under the name Chanel Modes in 1910. It was run out of one of Balsan's apartments he kept for his mistresses. The hats were a huge hit, particularly helped by her friendship with a popular Parisian stage actress at the time, Gabrielle Bonheur, who wore her creations in several of her plays and magazine photo spreads. In 1913, she founded the House of Chanel and opened her flagship dress shop in Deauville, France, selling sportswear for women. Chanel expanded beyond clothing in 1921 when she unveiled her signature scent, Chanel No. 5. It got its moniker because it was the 5th scent presented to her by her scent collaborator, Ernest Beau, parfumier to the czars. She followed up with 5 scents for women and 1 scent for men in the years to come. However, it's the masculine-scented Chanel No. 5 that remains the best seller. In 1924, she launched a makeup line of lipsticks and powders, and in 1927, her skincare line debuted. At the peak of her success, she had 5 shops in Paris alone and employed 4,000 workers. However, when World War II broke out in 1941, she closed all her shops except one. In 1954, at the age of 71, she staged a comeback. While her reception was cool in most of Europe, she was a hit in both Britain and the United States. Illustrious ladies such as Jackie O, Elizabeth Taylor, and Jane Fonda were photographed wearing Chanel's creations. She died in 1971, a success and a legend. Number 4. She invented the little black dress. Chanel is credited for putting the little black dress on the map. While she had long been prone to wearing dark colors and boyish fashions herself, it wasn't until 1926, when American Vogue described a boyish-looking calf-length black day dress as, quote, Chanel's Ford, the frock that all the world will wear, that her little black dress took off. Vogue's Ford reference was an analogy of the little black dress to Chanel, as was the Model T to the automobile pioneer Henry Ford, who made the automobile accessible for a variety of social classes. And with that, we've reached the end of this video all about the visionary behind Coco Chanel. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for content just like it.